Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm helping you level up your communication skills. On this episode, I'm going to be teaching you how to overcome sadness in 25 seconds. Just a quick little disclaimer. Sadness as a whole is not a negative emotion. Sadness in doses is absolutely needed for a human to evolve, because this emotion helps a human introspect, to look within and to see what they can be doing better in terms of life. Sadness in doses is a good thing. The only problem is when we're overdoing it. And when we're overdoing it, that's when the highest of performers are being killed. Entrepreneurs, athletes, busy family people, etc. All these people are being diminished when they're sad for too long. So if you're someone who's occasionally feeling sad, don't worry about watching this video. But if you're someone who's getting caught in this trap a little too much, continue to watch on. You're going to need 3 tools for this video. 1, you're going to need a stopwatch. You could just use the one from your phone. 2 is the attitude. You need the intent of a surgeon. What this means is that when a patient comes to a surgeon understands that this patient is putting a lot of pressure on the surgeon to improve their life. So when the surgeon is operating on this patient, they're going out of their way to be full focused on leaving the patient better off than they found them. Likewise, as we're doing this exercise, our goal should be similar to that surgeon. We should be in that state where we are going to put ourselves in a better position than we found ourselves. That's the intent of a surgeon. And the third thing that we need is a word suffused with a positive energy. Words have a huge impact on our chemistry. We feel certain ways when people say words in a certain type of way. Well, to find that word for you, just go where your positivity goes. It could be the name of a business that you started. Anytime you hear your business's name, you feel a sense of pride. It could be the name of your puppy. Anytime you hear your puppy's name, you feel good inside. Your puppy's so cute. It could be your name. For most of us, whenever someone says our name, we feel alert, we feel present, we feel good. And if you can't relate with any of these 3, which I highly doubt, most of you guys will fall into one of these 3, then create your own word. Create a word that makes you feel positive. This is going to be extremely important. Okay? So those are the 3 variables that we need: a timer, the intent of a surgeon, and a word suffused with positive energy. Now, the next time that you're feeling sad, you're going to turn on the timer for 25 seconds. Watch the initial 2 seconds go by. Soon as you see a timer that's counting down the time, you're going to feel alert. As soon as you feel alert, that's when the intent of a surgeon is activated. The stakes are high. Okay? And now what we want to do is we want to get that word that we chose, and we want to attach this word to anything that's causing us the negative state. So let's say what's making you sad is that you haven't gotten a promotion in a very long time. This thought is bugging you. Well, you want to make yourself aware of this thought and either mentally or verbally say the word. Attach the positive vibration of the word with this thought. Now, if you're like most people, another thought may come up that relates to this initial thought. Once again, tie in the positive word with this thought. Another one may happen, and once again, tie in the word with the thought. Strangely, you'll start to notice something. You'll start to notice that the thoughts of negativity are slowly starting to dissipate away, or they're still there, but it doesn't have a strong hold because now it's suffused with the energy of the word that you chose. And then soon, the timer is going to start ringing and you're going to feel in a completely different state. What's going to happen is that you physically feel different. It's important that we understand why. Once we're done with this exercise, there's going to be a lot of tingles going down our spine. The question is, why? It's because words have a huge effect on our nervous system. The whole psychosomatic movement is doing research into this. So the words are first impacting the central nervous system, the brain and the spine, which is why we're feeling so much tingling sensations down the spine. Next, not only do we feel the tingles down the spine, we feel it in terms of our whole body. It starts to feel charged in a different way. Why? Because the messages from the brain and the spine, aka the central nervous system, dissipates and spreads the information to the peripheral nervous system, which are the nerves and the information centers in our body, which is now putting us in a completely different state. This is why we're physically feeling different. Now, mentally, we also feel different, and it begs the question, why? To answer the question on why we mentally feel different, we have to understand how perception works. All too often, a lot of us, we perceive the world, but we have no clue what we're perceiving. We are not necessarily perceiving the physical object out there. We are getting the physical object, we're getting the lights from it, we're converting it into signals into our eyes, into our skin, and all that is being centered in our nervous system. And those electrical impulses are being presented to the mind, and the content in the mind is what we experience. Okay? The content in the mind is what we experience. When we do the trick of connecting one word to a thought and connecting it to another thought, what we're doing is something fascinating. Anytime sadness is created, it's due to a feeling of separateness. It's you, the person who does not have a certain thing, and the thought of the desired object. It's a form of separation that's created whenever sadness is involved. When we use that word, suffused with positive energy, what we do is we create an invisible bridge between these two objects. And you do this enough times, which is why I said 25 seconds. What happens is, strangely, you stop perceiving the difference and you start perceiving the bridge. The more that we perceive the bridge, the more that we start creating this little web in the mind, which is now influencing our nervous system. Think about this. Try it out for yourself. This concept is only going to come alive when you feel the physical sensations in the body. And just like anything out there in life, emotional intelligence is a skill set. It needs to be practiced. LeBron James doesn't hit 10 free throws and say, well, that's it. I'm not going to have to practice basketball again. No, he keeps practicing it over and over and over until it's a way of being. Likewise, with this trick, we can't just do it once. We have to do it a few times before that word immediately comes up anytime we're getting caught in loops of being too sad for way too long. Okay? So use this exercise when it feels as though you need to be productive, but you don't find the way to be productive. Find that word, keep building that intent of a surgeon, and keep leveraging that creativity of emotional intelligence in that short time span of 25 seconds. It works like magic. If you want more practical insights into the world of emotional intelligence, tricks, tips, and insights that you're never going to find on Google or other YouTube channels, be sure to subscribe for my free daily newsletter, which goes out every single day at 7 p.m. EST. Thousands of people have subscribed and leveled up their perception, their emotional intelligence, and their ability to communicate with power. To join the tribe, check out the link in the description box right on below. And thank you for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel.